It was also the beginning of a new era in the festival song competition. The foundation was already laid in the 60s and 70s, producing songs that document Jamaica's culture, heritage, and the spirit of the people. But with the 80s and 90s came changes, with some songs having a different sound.
She go, she stop, she go. Hey, I want a woman. I need someone.
The Sing J started around 80. It's talking over the rhythm. You follow what I'm saying? So it created a whole new thing where the dance different and the whole attitude different. So it was known here as melodic and as sweet as the 60s, 70s.
And there were other changes. In 1994, word came from the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, that the then 29-year-old festival song competition would be renamed the Popular Song Competition. The aim? To represent the music of the day and to somehow cause the music to have appeal beyond the independence period.
The festival song too, if you check a lot of them, whenever a festival come, the songs they were kind of like a mental, more jump up feel to it. I guess because they want it to be celebratory. You have a kind of, you know, so even though Roxy might be on or a slower beat might be on at the time, people still think say during festival you need something for, so you find the artists who enter or the producer tend to inject, in my view, more of a mentor, which is our indigenous music anyway. And then again, because you call it festival song, the shelf life is very limited. A festival song seldom lives after independence. It is used to drum up feelings and excitement up to festival. After that, so sales and things will be gone.
The change also set out to attract younger artists who were into reggae and dancehall and persuade the more established ones to participate.
There was this feeling among them that when you enter festival, they are stigmatized as a festival singer, and so they didn't see themselves entering it. And worst of all, they feared entering. And one of them know me, man, from the rural parishes, be them. You see, they couldn't live with that, right? So I was saying, no, we have a change the name from festival to popular. It will remove the stigma or lessen the dislike for it.
To the younger artists, however, they saw the festival stage as an opportunity to shine. The name change did not affect the success of the competition, but in 2008, JCDC decided to go back to its original name.
I didn't get the kind of response I thought it would have caused by changing the name and having these more reputed artists entering. It didn't happen. But the public didn't say a word. But years after, they figured the tradition should be maintained. Let's go back to festival song contest.
And though the name brand artists stayed away, three-time winner of the 70s, Eric Donaldson, continued, winning 4 more times in the 80s and 90s, the most of any festival singer to date.
But I am proud to be Jamaican, and I love the island.
Another high point of the festival song competition in the 80s and 90s, it produced the first female winner.
Mr. Give me back me sweet Jamaica, me land of sugar and rum. Give me back me sweet Jamaica, me little island in the sun.
This period also gave rise to the popular Give Thanks and Praise artist Roy Rayon. He took home the top prize 4 times.
So give thanks and praises, we are still alive. Going walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we survive.
It was a joyous time for Jamaicans all over. We were proud, it had meaning, it had substance, and you were very proud as a Jamaican to sing that song.
My first time I entered would have been 1980. And it's not true that every time Roy Rayon entered, he won, not true. I've won some second prizes, but they don't count. The top prize is what is most important.
Other multiple winners included the Astronauts and Stanley Beckford with 3 each. Contributing to the success of the 80s and 90s were the road shows.
Because our songs really and truly, they got exposure, great exposure. You were going island-wide doing 14 shows. The songs were, you one song, each song was playing like 3, 4 times, 5, up to 6 times per day. That's the sort of rotation for up to 6 weeks. So you know, so you monitor that. You don't care if you didn't like a song. Everybody knew every song.
Over the years, the JCDC has ensured that the festival song competition continues to produce memorable celebratory songs, creating a kind of hypnotism that draws people to the finals year after year to support their favorites.
So I've kept it going from 63 or 66 till now. First of all, it's a major achievement. And I think it's a flagship item on the JCDC's showcasing of our culture each year.
All nations have that sensation, and every nation